Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So, it is June, at least as when I release this, it's June, so happy Pride! Get ready to get gay as fuck for the next month or so. As if we're not already gay as fuck on this channel already. But I figured it's time for a channel update video. I don't think I did one for May, because April and May were just so busy. I was in and out of town so much with gigs, and I tried to do a bunch of pre-recording and release while I was out of town, and there's just lots of travel, lots of performing, but things have slowed down now. Tours are done. I'm back in my space. Yay. So not too much to update. I've really got only two major updates. First would be the patron poll over on Patreon. Every month I let them vote on what series we're going to dive into next. And they voted, and it was pretty close for a while, and then one series just took the lead. So then the series that we'll be diving into starting June will be I Feel You Linger in the Air. That got the first place spot with 46 votes. And then in second place, we had a tie between Triage and Love Between Fairy and Devil with 35 votes. And I feel kind of bad for them because I Feel You Linger in the Air, I just threw in to the running this month. None of the patrons asked for it specifically, but it's something that's been on my list long enough, and I've seen like people comment on it, and I've seen other people that I know react to it. So I'm like, well, I haven't watched them react to it, but I've seen them do their reactions. So I was like, okay, let me just throw this in the poll and see what happens. I wasn't expecting it to win, so I feel kind of bad that just this one random one I threw in this month, all of a sudden it took the entire poll, where like ones that have been in there for months and months that people are like dying for. I've had so many people just like, oh my god, Triage is so close. Oh, Love Between Fairy and Devil. Like, they've been so close each month, and they've just been second or third place each time. So it's like, this time they probably would have won had I not thrown in I Feel You Linger in the Air. So sorry guys, my bad. But we'll be diving into I Feel You Linger in the Air throughout the month. So the I Feel You Linger in the Air reactions, they'll start over on Patreon. Eventually they will make it over to YouTube. I'm not certain when, because I've got like a assembly line of things that are already in the process of making their way over to YouTube, and I don't want to have too many like open tickets on YouTube. So right now I'm finishing out It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I just posted episode 15 today, so I just have to do episode 16, and then that series is done as far as YouTube edits go. Then I'm in the middle of Pit Babe reactions on YouTube, so I've got to continue those. I've already finished it over on Patreon at this point, but I've got to make those YouTube edits, so I want to finish that out. And I realized that I never finished putting out my Dead Friend Forever reactions on YouTube. I thought I did, which is why I stopped putting them out, because I finished it over on Patreon months ago. But I realized that I did not, so I may continue. I'm going to finish out It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and then continue Pit Babe, continue Dead Friend Forever on YouTube, and then maybe that might take me through the month with those reactions. And then maybe I'll also throw in some of I Feel You Linger in the Air throughout the month, because those edits aren't terrible for YouTube. Those edits were actually pretty easy to make. Yeah, also I did start Waterboy last month. I got to episode 4 and then I stopped. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to continue. We'll see. Yeah, and then obviously I'm reacting with Femmes React over on their channel to Wandy Good Day, and we've talked about doing my stand-in. We'll see what happens. But I think those are all of the series right now that we can expect to see coming to YouTube. There's a lot of series I've already finished over on Patreon that eventually will get YouTube edits that will come over. It's just, they take time, and like I said, I don't want to have too many series that I'm in the middle of at one time over on YouTube. So yeah, there's a lot of Korean series I've done over the last couple months. Quite a few. No, there's still a bunch of series that I've done that I haven't even edited and uploaded for Patreon yet. God, there's so many things I've just kind of barreled through over the last couple months. So if Patreon is an option for you, and if you're impatient, you don't want to wait, come join us. There's lots of stuff over there waiting for you. Lots of Chinese series that I've dived into, because of patron requests, and yeah, just lots of stuff over there. Cool. All right, the second update I had was, if you've paid attention to my channel or even just social media over the last couple months, you know that I'm involved with a company called DramaLlama, which is set to be a social media platform that is dedicated to the BLGL Asian drama fandom, because right now we've got a lot of like disparate groups that are like subsets of different social media platforms. So you've got your little, you know, your BL fandom on Twitter, you've got your BL fandom on Facebook, your BL fandom that's a subset of TikTok, this, that, the other. But this is going to be solely dedicated to the BLGL Asian drama fandom, and it's really, really exciting. Lots of hard work has gone into it over the last year. God, it's been over a year at this point. And we're to the point where I think we're already beta testing, and we're potentially ready to start launching sometime soon. But they're doing a subathon throughout the month of June, potentially July. If you were present for the subathon they did earlier in the year, they capped that at 2 weeks. And that was just because originally it was supposed to be 2 days. It was supposed to be a 2-day subathon, and then they uncapped it, and then people just kept donating, and we just kept, the timer just kept going up and up and up, and then we finally capped it at 2 weeks because we didn't want Synergic to die. So this time some more planning has gone into it, and we're capping it at 2 months. But as part of that potential 2 month, because we'll only reach the 2 month goal if, you know, the timer reaches that, through donations either from viewers, fans, corporations we've reached out to for sponsorships, this, that, the other. So potentially the stream will be going for 2 months. Maybe it'll be going for 2 weeks. Maybe it'll be a month. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see how things pan out. But part of that potential 2 month stream is the way that we're going to keep Sean from dying, basically, is we've scheduled takeovers from other content creators in the BL space. So I know that I personally have, at least this coming week, 2 or 3 days. I think I'm taking over Sunday night, going into Monday morning. I might be taking over part of Monday too as well, later in the day. And then I think Thursday I'm taking over. I have to look at my calendar. And then we've also got, I know DC from Femmes React is taking over, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the evenings. And we've got a couple other content creators who've expressed interest on taking over. I don't know that I have them scheduled yet, but there's going to be takeovers. So basically, the reason I'm mentioning it is because, hey, I'm taking over for a couple days. So come hang out with me. You know, we can watch series, we can watch music, we can just sit here and talk and drink and just whatever. We can do lots of things. You know, I got lots of free time while it's my stream. But also, another reason I'm mentioning it is because there's a lot of things that we can unlock as we go along. There are a lot of like little tiers and bigger tiers that we can unlock depending on how much money we raise. And one of the tiers that is potentially going to be unlocked, depending if we reach that milestone, is something that I said that I have no desire to do. I've said it for 2 years at this point, because to this day, no matter how many times I say it, people are still in my comment section almost on a weekly basis. Hey, when are you going to react to Love in the Air? Hey, you should react to Love in the Air. Hey, why don't you go back and finish Love in the Air? And I just got tired of responding, so I just stopped responding. Anytime I see it pop up in my comment section, I'm just like, nope, I didn't see it, because I've addressed it far too many times. So I've said it. I have no desire to really go back and watch that series. But the things I will do for DramaLlama, we want to make sure that DramaLlama is a success, so I will do whatever it takes. So basically, let me see, where's my spreadsheet? I think it's either the $5,000 or the $10,000 tier. I don't remember. Last subathon they hit 10,000, and then they unlocked Sean reacting to The Untamed, which is a journey. But I love that journey. So since this is a series I really don't want to do, I think it's a 10,000. Yes. So if some point during the stream we reach 10,000, whether that's in the beginning of the stream, the end of the stream, whatever, then Topher will react to Love in the Air. It may not be a pleasant reaction. It may, I don't know, but you guys have been pushing for this for 2 years. You guys have been up my ass for 2 years about this damn series that I keep saying I have no desire to go back and finish. I have no desire to go back and watch. I have no desire. There are others. And you're like, oh, but you're missing out on such a good series. I'm like, well, there are lots of good series I just don't get to see. There are too many series in the world. I can't watch them all. But you guys have been so adamant that I watch it. So this is your chance. This is your opportunity. If you want to see me react to Love in the Air, then put the word out. Share it with your friends, share it with your enemy. Tell them, hey, we got to get this subathon up to 10,000 so Topher will react to Love in the Air. There's also a higher tier somewhere, which I won't reveal right now because I'm still debating on how high or low I want to make it. But there's a higher tier past that should we reach that tier, both Sean and I will revisit TharnType and we will react to that, which is the other series where we're like, no, we tried years ago. I still have that footage from when we reacted to episode 1 and episode 2, and I don't think I ever posted it because Sean literally had to just like get up and leave. He got up and left the recording session for like 5 minutes because he was getting so frustrated, and I was just, it was a time. So if that's something you would like to see, if you'd like to see both Sean and I try to react to TharnType again, again, put the word out there. Share with your friends, share with your enemy, share with everyone. Just get the word, and we'll reach that tier, and you know we'll do it. Things we do for DramaLlama. Yay! But yeah. Like I said, I'll be doing takeovers a couple days next week. I'll post them on my social media before I actually do them. So if you have things that you guys want to do during those takeovers, let me know. Put them down in the comments. Shoot me a message over on social media. Tag me in things like, hey, you should react to this. I already got a couple things. Like I know I want to rewatch Guys Up a Caligula because I have not watched it yet this year. I've got a couple. I might dive back into Boys Planet just because I keep... Well, at this point, I keep forgetting that it exists. But when I first started reacting to it, it was just such a long... Every episode was so long that I just didn't have the time commitment to dedicate to it when in the same time span I could react to like 4 or 5 other videos and have that for the week. So I may dive back into Boys Planet. And I've got a couple other things on my list. But if you guys have suggestions, let me know. Put them down in the comments. Yeah, I think those are the big things. So we're starting I Feel You Linger in the Air this month, and we are going to be spending a lot of time doing the subathon. So join us, even if I'm not hosting. Other people are fantastic. So you know, join them too. I think those are the main things. So I'm gonna stop babbling so I can edit some stuff before the subathon craziness starts. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys a lot in June. Happy Pride!